Let me tell you the story about how I used to manifest when I first got started. Now, I used to have this thing that I would refer to as the technique portfolio. And if some of you have been around since the beginning of my channel, you probably would have heard this term before. Now, what the technique portfolio was essentially I would try to do little bits of all the techniques that I enjoyed to try to keep myself consistently and quite dominantly topped up in the end result. The way that I saw it was kind of like a shares and stock portfolio. Let's say I had shares in Apple, but they weren't doing too good on one day, but the other 4 companies that I had shares in were doing really well. In theory, my portfolio, depending on how well they were doing compared to the negative, would be still increasing. That is the way that I saw the techniques. If I tried to do a visualization, but it didn't really go so well, instead of concerning myself that visualization screwed everything, I'd be like, you know, it's chill because the script went amazing and my affirmations went amazing and my acting as if went amazing. Overall, making me feel like my living it in the end portfolio was on the rise. But like I said, this is what I used to do, because now I solely stick to affirmations with very slight and minor dabs of visualization and scripting here and there. And the reason why I did this is because once I'd really understood my mind and I really found a way to make affirmations effective for me, they were the most versatile and consistent technique that I did. I could do them at any time, any place, I could say anything I want, and I would get the results. And today, I want to help you understand how to make and utilize affirmations so that you can have just as effective results as I do. Now, I've done videos in the past that are like tick boxy kind of videos, such as, you know, must be in present tense, must start with I am, must be this. But at the moment, I want to bring something a little bit more fresh and a slightly different perspective to the game, so to speak. So the first point that I want to jump into, and this was briefly touched on in my most recent video, is that they must be fun and enjoyable for you. Now, I'm not saying bin all of your affirmations that are sort of tick boxy, because I still definitely think that they're useful to have and there's definitely their time and place. For example, if I was manifesting a relationship, my favorite affirmation would be, I am in a loving, passionate and committed relationship with person. Very tick boxy. I am, present tense, details what I want. Great. But now, I like to have fun with my affirmations. I like to say things, or if I ever do visualizations, visualize things that are enjoyable, that actually kind of get a kick out of the process again. I've been doing this for so long now that it's kind of got to a point where I can manifest things very effectively and very quickly with the tick boxes. So I want to have fun. It's not really a, you know, I'm going to do this to get this kind of thing anymore. It's how far can we push it? How silly can we be? How goofy can we make this process and have fun? And I've actually found my results increasing since I've been doing that. And I genuinely think it's because I'm revitalizing the process for myself again. So if I was doing affirmations now, I would maybe make jokes in my affirmations. For example, Katie loves me so much that every time she sees me, she has to angrily punch me. You know how people have that like cuteness aggression thing and they want to like squeeze stuff, and apparently that's a thing. I personally don't have it, but apparently that's a thing. But things like that. She loves me so much that she wants to punch me out of cuteness and aggression, just as an example. But I make my affirmations fun. I make them something that is enjoyable for me. If I'm doing money, I have so much money that I can give money to every person I meet and still have more than enough to go by. I have so much money that I have to spend half of it just on wallets to keep that money contained. I spend so much money that I spend more money on security to keep my money safe than I do on myself. Silly examples, and all of these are just off the top of the head, but you get where I'm coming from. All of these things are still detailing a fun and desired end result. You're just going about them in a more fun way. Imagine the visuals or the imagery that comes to mind when you say that you're paying more for security to actually keep that money safe than you're even getting to spend on yourself. How much money must that be? And yet it's fun. It's a fun idea. And that's one of the things that I've been doing with my affirmations a little bit lately, where I've been just having goofy, fun times with them. And because of this goofy, fun time, I'm actually finding that my affirmations, my resistance, my waiting for things to come into fruition, knowing if it's working or not, is actually lessening. because I've gone back to a place of joy. Real quick, I just wanted to say that working with me one-to-one is not like working with any other coach. I am there with your future in my mind. I am there with your future as my first interest, and I will help you accomplish what you need to get you your desire. When you work with me, we will be friends, not client and coach. I have people currently that I worked with 6 months ago plus who still talk to me on a regular basis, telling me what kind of books they're reading, or sending me reels that they've seen on Instagram, or even just having little catch-ups. Because once that time working together is over, you're not booted out the door like you were just some number. You're a friend. You're someone that I actually enjoyed working with, and someone that I would love working with again. So if you want to see what it's like working with me without committing to the full package, sign up for my gold membership, because that way you can gain a 10-minute call with me to help you with your desire, as well as access to the members only lives, which are a lot more personal and in-depth than the other lives used to be. So I highly recommend you check that out, and you can become one of my friends, not my next number. It's almost like that childlike wonder where a kid picks up like a little Lego brick, and to you and I as adults, that Lego brick is a yellow piece of plastic. But to that kid, it's Winnie the Pooh with no arms and legs. It's a plane that's just crashed. It's a yellow slug. It's a brick from a house that's a yellow house. It's infinite possibilities. And kids, they are so happy. And generally speaking, kids are very, very good at creating the things that they want. A kid will be like, I want a scooter for Christmas. And parents will bend over backwards to make it happen. Because that kid just imagines themselves riding that scooter and they just enjoy the scene. They're not sitting there thinking, oh my God, but does mummy have enough money to pay for the scooter? Is this the case? Is this the case? They're not doing that. They just go, scooter, this is what it'd be like to have this scooter. This is amazing. This is the best thing since sliced bread. And I've been doing this again with my affirmations lately and my visual scenes as well, like I mentioned in the last video with my daughter on the car. And I've actually found that I don't ever anymore feel like affirmations are a chore. I don't ever, and it wasn't a lot before, but now it's completely gone. Now, I actually enjoy doing my affirmations more than listening to music. I actually enjoy doing my affirmations while washing up or while walking to the shop more than putting on a YouTube video or more than doing some other thing, because it's creating a fun image in my head. It's bringing out that sort of creative side of myself again. It's actually making the process fun for me. And because I'm not even realized that I'm doing a process, I'm just creating fun little goofy affirmations, I'm getting results. There's no resistance. There's no backlash. There's no subconscious mind having all of these opposition stories, because I'm just creating fun examples or fun affirmations that actually bring me back to that childlike wonder that I can actually enjoy again, instead of saying an affirmation that's tick boxy. And like I said, they are great. They're going to create, and I definitely am not saying throw all of that out the window, or if you've ever paid someone to provide you affirmations or something that you've been ripped off, because they're still great. It's still good to have affirmations that are tick boxy. But I have personally, and as I always say, I talk about from my own experiences or that of people I have worked with. And if I don't speak about my experiences or people I work with, I will say who it's come from. But from my own experience, I'm having more fun and more success by doing affirmations that are actually fun and actually bring out that creative, fun side of the human brain. The side of us that wants to see how far we can take things before the ego goes, oh, but you couldn't do that, or you couldn't do this. The side of us that we somehow let die as we grow up as adults. Once you take yourself back to that childlike wonder, I'm obviously not sitting there saying you have to sit in a little dark room and be like, ooh, fairies and pixies. But just by saying an affirmation like, I have so much money that I have to pay more for security than I do on myself, it's a fun idea. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to ruin your manifestation. If anything, it shows just how much money that you have. And you're creating a bit of a story with it that gets you more invested than, I have so much money, I am a billionaire, I have thousands of pounds coming to me every week. Of course they're going to work, but which sounds more fun? And when something is fun, we can stay consistent with it. And furthermore, time flies when you're having fun. So if you're worried about the time in between, by having fun with the process again, you will probably not notice that time as much. It's kind of like the saying, the person who enjoys the journey goes further than the person who enjoys the destination. Some of you, and again myself included when I first started manifesting, are focused so much on, I need to do this to get this. You enjoy the destination more than the journey. And that means once you get that destination, it's all well and good, but what then? But the person that loves manifestation, the person that enjoys it, the person that just really feels like it's such a fun and powerful process, they're going to be creating money, relationships, self-concept, greatness, houses, all of these things, and they're not even going to feel like they're lifting a finger. So the video topic here today probably sounded like it was meant to be a tick-boxy way to ensure that you're going to get your desire. But instead, I decided to be a little bit different to what I've seen a lot of other people and kind of bring you back to where things should be fun, because I think that is so incredibly important. And I hope you've enjoyed that factor. And I hope you've enjoyed some of the examples and the analogies that I've given you. If you are in need of some help to create some fun affirmations for your example, you can't really think of any or something like that, I do have a service down below where I can actually create affirmations for you. Additionally, I also do have a service where I can script for you, which will also be down below in the comment section, or not the comment section, the description. So I highly recommend you check that out. But thank you so much for watching today. If you've enjoyed this video, drop me a like and a comment to let me know. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.